semi-cold start. This is going to be a review of my 21 Charger Hellcat Redeye. I'm on the road today, my third video. She's a little dirty, but it's okay. A little dirty never hurt nobody. Alright, third video of the day. I'm on the road, baby. Because I haven't been bringing y'all content as much. So I'm kind of in the mood to just make some content. So I made a review of my regular Hellcat 21. This is a 21 Redeye, which is essentially the same car. This one does have some differences as far as interior, little things like that. Like that's one of the things, you know, it's the Redeye 220 on the dash. The regular Hellcat has 200 on the dash. Not that that really means anything. Well, that's one of the ways to know. Also has like a Redeye on that thing right there. You know what I mean? So the regular Hellcat doesn't have a Redeye right there. Excuse the mess in the car. It's a little dirty, but it's all good. So I'll get started. So this is not only a review of this car, but this is also some of the reasons why it's hard for me to get rid of this car for the 2020 to 2022 Mustang GT500, the Shelby. You know what I mean? I really like that car too, but it's hard to give this up. For one of the main reasons is this car is done and I'm making a new one, a new version. And the Mustang, they just came out with a new body style. So this car will never be old news because they stopped making it, and I have the body style of the car that they stopped making, and they're no longer making. So they're not going to make a new version to make this version the old version, you know. So that's what's a little bit special about this car. And then as I'm going on my review, I'll document some things that the Shelby doesn't have, you know, that I do. So I'm gonna turn the car off. We're gonna start with the front. Work our way back. I really like the Shelby, man. I really would like to drive one, but you know, I'll pop the hood first. Just trying to make some content, that's all, guys. Give y'all something to watch when you bored. Oh, well, I'll pop the hood first. So under the hood, you got your open air filter. Right, this open air filter box has a rubber seal that seals to that black square. That black square is like a channel in the hood right here. That center scoop. So the air goes through the center scoop, and then it's a 90-degree channel, and then it drops air right on top of that air box. It also has a funnel right there. You can see that little, see that rectangular. So that's a funnel that you can see right there. That's like a funnel bringing air from the front grille into the air box. Right there, you can see a thing sticking out right there. And it's a big hole on the bottom. I can zoom in. That triangle on the bottom is cold air coming from the bottom of the car, like when you're driving. So it's really keeping all the hot air out. That's your antifreeze, your coolant reservoir, your it's like a PCV valve system, whatever. Valve covers. It's your supercharger. Got the Redeye on it. So this is pretty much like the Demon motor, just detuned a little bit. It's a little bit different than the Hellcat motor. It's kind of like the same base, but they supposed to put some better internals on here. Not to say that the regular Hellcat internals are bad, but it's just supposed to be built a little bit tougher. You got your green belt, supercharger belt, catch can, catch the oil vapors. That's your auxiliary coolant for the supercharger. Alright. Oh, would you look at that? This is an actual bracket for this. And all my other chargers, they had a zip tie holding this to this piece, a zip tie. And I was like, all this money I spent for this car, and y'all holding this electrical thing up with a zip tie? And then I look on, I just noticed on here they got an actual bracket, this great thing that clamps it, and then it snaps into this here. So that's a plus I didn't realize. Fuse box. I don't even know what this is. All regular stuff. Got your heat extractors are functional. Get that heat up out the hood. Alright. I actually have this air filter set up. I have a separate one that has this box, the screws that the air filter in this tube here. I have that for sale because for 2021, 22, and 23, the regular Hellcats have this hood, the Redeye hood, but they didn't give you the Redeye air filter setup. They gave you the piece of plastic like the 2015 Hellcats have. So that cold air is dumping on top of a piece of plastic. It ain't doing nothing for you. So I actually have this for sale. Not this one off this car, but I bought a separate one when I had my regular Hellcat 21 that had the Redeye hood, so I could take advantage of the hood. So we all know what the Charger is already. Nothing new. But they did bring out this hood in 2021, which I like. Nice distractors. So this is one of the things that I like over the GT500 as well. GT500, all it has is a heat extraction plate right here. Like, it's no scoop for air, ram air, none of that. So I feel like Dodge did it better with the hood. GT500 hood doesn't look as mean as this one does. You know what I mean? Now the front of the GT500 looks awesome. It looks like a Cobra's hood. You know, but all the same stuff. Got your headlights, there's Dodge in there. You know what I mean? I got clear vinyl protection on everything up front. Headlights, bumper, all of that stuff. No fog lights because I believe there's no intercooler in this one. There's an intercooler in the other one. Yeah. Same thing. Intercooler, I believe, for the some bugs stuck in there for the supercharger. Alright, in case you're wondering, the tent, 20% all the way, 5% all the way around, 20 on the windshield. Give it that nice look. You know what I mean? 20-inch wheels, deep dish. You see, I haven't driven it in a few. Got some rust on the rotor. 6-piston Brembo brakes, SRT on it. That's another thing that I like over the GT500 is the rims. The rims that come on the Chargers look way better than the rims on the GT500. And with this wide body, the rims and wheel actually like sits flush with the wide body. If anything, it sticks out a little bit down the bottom, gives it that mean stance. The GT500, the wheels sit inside of the fender. It don't even sit flush. You let alone poke out a little bit. So make it look like skinny legs with a big guy up top almost. But it's not because they're wide rims. It's just the way that they put it together. So for 2022 and 2023, I believe the turning signals are in the daytime running lights, like those letter C's. So my turning signal is right here. That's one of the changes they made. Let me see. They call this the mail slot. You know what I mean? Came out with the wide bodies. I believe the 23s. Yo, what's going on, Sam? They painted these black. They was all gloss black. They didn't want to take the time to color match them. Got the emblem with the eye on it. I want to change those emblems to black emblems instead of chrome. I'm just ain't gonna spend too much time on the usual. So sunroof. Sunroof. That's something that the Shelby GT500s don't have. You know what I mean? So it's like, not that it's a big deal, but I mean, I'm just adding up everything that's not. I don't even think it's an option with the GT500s. Now these rims are, I think, 11-inch rims with 305 width tires. All right, I put some ZL. These are the same ZL rock guards that I had on my Hellcat. I just took them off, put them on this one. All right. This is something significant right here. These vents right here for the wide body, they made them even bigger. The slim body still has the vents in the back bumper. The Shelby GT500, no vents in the back at all. It's all smooth. Vents is what you normally see on BMW M3, M4. I think some of the M's got them. I know the AMGs have them. I don't know if they're functional. But these are functional vents on your back bumper. It looks mean. It looks aggressive. Look at the lines coming off of it. When you see it from behind, it just looks like, ew, that thing look like it mean business. The Shelby doesn't have that. You know what I mean? They don't have no vents on the back bumper. It's just a smooth bumper. The Shelby GT350 has a vent right here to extract heat. GT500 does not. It just seemed like they didn't do enough with it to make it, you know, stand out, beefaroni. You know what I mean? I'm going to black out these tail lights eventually. Color match wing. Go mango orange, if I didn't mention. That's the color of this car. Go mango orange. Blacked out charger. I put the black tips, 5-inch carving tips on there. You know what I mean? It's the factory diffuser. I'll probably put the shark fins on there eventually. You know what I mean? But from the back, it just looks mean. It looks wide. You know what I mean? Compared to the GT500. You know what I mean? So, just trying to. These mirrors are defrost, and you got blind spot right there. And this right here is just a light that comes on when you get close to the car, or when you like unlock it or something like that. The light just come on and illuminates like your door, I guess, or whatever like that. So you can press this button to lock it. You keep the keys in your pocket, and it's a sensor pad on in the handle. You got the keys in your pocket. You just touch this. Boom. Well, I think it's unlocked, right? I can't unlock it because I left the key in the car. Let me see. Show you. So it's locked. All right. Now I can just walk up and just open the doors. Once I touch it, boom, it unlocked it. You see that little light came on, and I open it. That's it. Let me start with the door here. Oh. So I got memory seats. You know what I mean? See, 1, 2. You know, I think it's like faux leather. I got the suede package, so suede here. I don't believe the GT500 has that. Soft touch materials here. You know, regular buttons here. Plastic down here. Harman Kardon. So the Harman Kardon. Drop my phone. The Harman Kardon. I have a subwoofer in the back, and the subwoofer sounds very good. I don't think the Bang & Olufsen, I believe, is what the GT500 can get. I don't know if it has a subwoofer or not. So the basses in here are really good. I hear all the tones of bass, low tones, the low wobbles, the highs, the mids. Like this sound system sounds very good. Working my way over. This right here is for the ambient lighting, which the GT500 does not have. So this car has lights in the foot area, the footwells. It has LED lights that, you know, and it has them here, right here, in the arm right, and the door handle. You know what I mean? It has one up here too, right there, that like protrudes down onto this whole area. Ambient lighting. It has the door handles back there, footwell, door handles in the back. And I think like the cup holder cubby thing in the back too, I believe. Ambient lighting. GT500 does not have ambient lighting. My cup holders, illuminated cup holders. So this little white ring, it actually lights up. Let me see if I can, there you go. So it's daytime, so it's hard to see, but yeah. Let me roll these windows down because it's hot up in this truck. I got my carbon fiber package. So this going all the way across is carbon fiber. This down here, carbon fiber. Alright. They got a piece you can put here too, but no plus package type stuff is, you know, the leather dash, faux leather, whatever it is. Alcantara steering wheel. You know what I mean? I got a brush, a leather brush, that I use to keep this thing saucy. You know what I mean? Because you see some of these cars with the Alcantara steering wheel, they don't maintain it. It start looking matted. It start looking like Play-Doh. You gotta brush your Alcantara, baby. You know what I mean? All the oils from your hand and everything. Get it all matted down. You know what I mean? You go from curls to dreadlocks over here. You don't take, you know, do your conditioning on your stuff. Alright, what else? Got your paddle shifters back here. Not only do you have your paddle shifters, you got these buttons. Right here, you got a button in the middle, you got up, down, and that's on both sides. So I can change the station, control my volume and all that with those buttons behind the steering wheel. Right, so I don't even gotta take my hands off the wheel. I can just, you know, volume up, volume down, change it. This VR is a voice. I can press this button, it'll go boom, and I can say call mom. And as long as my phone is connected to my car, it'll call mom. It'll actually, if I get a text message, I can press a button on the screen that say read out loud, and it'll actually read the text message in a computer voice. And I think I might be able to text back with just talking to it too. I don't really use that feature, you know what I mean, but it's there. You know, pick up the call, drop the call, cruise control. One of the things I think I didn't show on my other video was all the stuff that this has to offer. This screen here. So navigate this screen with the these buttons on the steering wheel. Let me see. So vehicle info. All right, boom. I'm clicking over right here. Battery voltage, intake air temp, engine torque. I can look at any of this stuff. I can look at the stuff on my big screen too, but I'm just showing you everything that this has to offer here. This is one of the things that I like better on the Charger than the GT500. GT500, this stuff kind of looks real Nokia snake game on your phone-ish. Like this right here has color. It looks more vibrant. Let me see. I'm putting this down because certain things I don't want to be. So the best I got was 4 seconds, 0 to 60. I got 0 to 60 timer, so I can be driving. The light turned green. Boom! It's timing me. I can, you know, see where I'm at. You know what I mean? Let me click over real fast. Performance. Well, yeah. Yeah. I don't want to show too much stuff here. Let's see. Braking distance if I want to see, you know, from whatever miles per hour. G-forces. Peak G-forces. Lap timer. And then lap history. It just looks better. Like the animation is looking. Yeah. And all right, I'm gonna go down to the next thing. Fuel economy. 11.6. Alright, what's next? Trip info. It gives you the time that the car is on. It's actually counting the time now too. Trip info, audio, no files, messages, no stored messages, screen setup, speed warning, diagnostics, speedometer. Alright. This SRT right here lights up at night when you turn your headlights come on. This lights up red in the background. This is plastic here, hard plastic. The steering wheel does it's telescoping and tilt, so you can, the little power button right here goes out, in, up, down. I don't know if the GT500 has that or not, but this does have heated steering wheel. I know the GT500 does not, because they were saying during the chip shortage they didn't have the chips to give you the heated steering wheel. And to piggyback off of that, when I auto start this car has like a technology type thing where if you auto start it and it's extremely cold outside, your heated seats and your heated steering wheel automatically turns on. So when you get in, your seat's hot, your steering wheel is hot, and I believe it turns the heat on too. And then once you get in, all the heat turns off. Because I know in the wintertime when I auto start, in the summertime when it's really hot, my cool seats will be on, and the AC will actually turn on the cooler inside of the car down. And then once I get in my car, it's a little bit cooler. So that's pretty cool. That's something that I didn't realize I enjoyed so much. Oh look, so if it's an accessory, that time not ticking, only when it's in run mode. And then this is just the controls for the lights inside and all these other lights on your screen and everything to get brighter or darker. Pop your trunk button right there. I don't really use any of these buttons here because everything is on the screen. So I'm gonna try to zoom in on the screen here. So when you plug your phone in, which I can't do because I'm on my phone right now, you get Google Maps, you get your music. You can have your music through Bluetooth, but you don't have Google Maps through Bluetooth. Once you plug your phone in with the USB port right there, and I just plug it into my phone, then this Android Auto pops out, and then I can do Google Maps. And actually the navigation screen from Google Maps will be right here. And I can have a split screen where it'll be Google Maps on the small screen, my music thing on the next screen. So I don't use the navigation that came with this car, even though it did come with it. Because Google Maps are it's more updated. So you can see there. So if I go to my apps, I don't think I showed y'all all this on my regular Hellcat video. So travel link, I never even pressed that before. I don't even know what that is, but I guess it's with the navigation and fuel prices. Oh, look at that. Never even used it till now, but it is nice to see. Fuel type. Oh, premium. Let's go back where we at with it. Man, look at the fluctuation in them gas prices. 460. I didn't even know this even does this. I'm showing y'all and I'm learning myself. Weather. I didn't even know it told me this either. 5-day forecast. Dang. That's crazy. Movie listings. Sports. Alright, get out of there. SRT mode. I gotta put it in run. This the juice right here. This is what I use. So you got custom. Alright, and if you go to custom setup, you can set it up however you want. You want your power to be 7. Oh dang. Stuff off this. Want your power to be 797 or 500. Trans to be in track sport or street. So track, it'll hold the RPMs. Like it won't shift until you down that red line. Sport is a little bit less, and then street is a real tame chill. It's gonna keep changing gears to keep you driving regular. Paddle shifters on. Traction, same thing. Street is gonna stop you from killing yourself. Sport is gonna let you spin a little bit more. Track is gonna let you spin even more. Suspension, same thing. Street is, you could say soft, but it's still not soft. It's still sport suspension. Sport a little bit stiffer. Track is stiff. Steering, same thing. Street is going to be similar to a normal car, but really not as sensitive. Sport is your steering is going to be stiffer. Track, your steering is going to be very stiff, almost like you got manual steering on your car. All right, and then they got the automatic mode, you know, sport mode. You can do all sport, you can do all track, or you can do auto, which is street. When you can do custom. So when my custom, I got transmission in sport, because I feel like the sport transmission, it shift gears really quick like a snack. Track shifts real hard, like it pulls and jerks you. And like I don't have the best tires on here, so all I do is just brake traction when it shift gears. Traction on sport, suspension on street, so I can get a little bit of that weight distribution going to the rear, so the back squat just a little bit to help me get traction, so everything not so stiff. And like I said, it's still stiff enough to take turns at high speeds. Let's see here, race options. All right, now all this I'm showing you right here, the GT500, this stuff looks so corny. Like it looks like a Nokia. This looks like a smartphone in today's age. The GT500 screens, like these animations and stuff, from what I saw, it just looks real bland. It's just black and white. Like it don't really look animated, you know. So this is line lock. I don't even know if the GT500 has this, where you activate line lock. The engine is off, so I can't do it. But anyway, you press the brake real hard, and then you press OK on the steering wheel. So when you hold OK, and then you let your foot off the brake, you holding OK is keeping the brakes on the front only, not on the back. And then you'll just press the gas. And when you press the gas, you're not burning your back rotors up, because it's not applying brake pressure to the back brakes, only the front brakes. And then when you let OK go, it releases the front brakes, and then you can roll forward. Launch control. Like I said, this looks very animated. It's color. It looks modern. You can change your RPMs you want to launch from 1,000 up to 2,500. Activated launch control. You put your foot on the brake, smash the brake down if the car is in drive, and then you smash the pedal to the floor as fast as possible. If you don't press the gas pedal to the floor very fast, it will not work, and you will just start spinning and start taking off. You smash the brake, right? You smash the brake, and then you press the accelerator like get it to the floor as fast as possible. If you press it slowly to the floor, it's not going to work, and it's going to start spinning your wheels, and then you're going to think that, oh no, that's not launch control. That's not launch control. You put your foot on the brake, and then say this is the gas pedal here. With your foot smashed on the brake, right? You smash it all the way down. The gas pedal is supposed to be pushed like this to the floor fast. If you do one of these, or you know what I mean, like you scared to hit and make it touch the floor, it's going to disengage launch control, and then you're just going to start going. It has to go like that, the gas pedal, right? And then it'll go, and then once you let go of the brake, you let your foot off the brake, it's going to go, and then the car is going to control everything for you using all its computers and everything like that. I think I got my best 0 to 60 just holding the brake and brake boosting it myself, where you just, you know, get that weight, get everything locked in, get everything engaged, you know, get that weight distribution leaning to the back a little bit. You know what I mean? Chiller. This is what's specific to the Redeye over the regular Hellcats and everything. This is one of the things, the chiller. So pretty much this takes, so if you got your AC on in the summertime and you riding on the highway and somebody pull up next to you, you want to get down, just hit this chiller button, boop. Even if you got your AC off, it don't matter. But if you got your AC on, it's going to stop blowing cold air into your car, because it's using that to cool down your supercharger, to cool down your air coming into your motor. And then once you turn it off, then your air will come back into the cab. So that's how that works. Instead of blowing cold air in your face, it's rerouting that AC refrigerant to your supercharger intercooler to make your intake air colder by like 30 degrees or something like that. To use modes. I'm not on modes no more. What's going on? Oh, my bad. Put it there. Shift light. Alright. So some people think shift light on, shift light off, shift light on, RPM setup. This is not changing your shift points and your transmission. That is not what this is doing. This is a shift light. So this is when you got your shift light on and you put it in paddle mode, or you got it in manual mode. I think it's manual mode, because when you got it in manual mode, it's a red light. This will like start blinking red when you have to shift. So if you like whoop and you're not shifting, then the car starts like blinking red, like shift the car. You know what I mean? Then you boom, you hit your paddle shifters. All right, that's what that's for. Some people were saying like you changing your shift points, your shift RPMs. Nah, you're not. You're not. So let me see. Is this I don't know what's going on with the neighbors, but all right, race cool down. So that's pretty much, if you turn race cool down on, let's see. So this is me turning it on. I don't have to turn it on now. I can turn it off. I don't need it on. This is so after you're done running your car and you go park it up, if you turn your car off, the fans will stay on, and just, you know, you can pop your hood or do whatever, but the fans will stay on until your car cools down to a low temperature, pretty much. So you turn race cool down on, your fans will just cut on and they'll stay on. They won't turn off until everything is cool. So you know what I mean, instead of having your car just sit there cooling off, the fans will be blown on everything to cool it off. And like I said, all of this stuff looks so much better than the GT500 screen. You know what I mean? When you're doing all this stuff, that's the race options. Valet puts you at like what, 300 horsepower or 200 horsepower, and then you use like a pin code. So I put a pin in now, and it won't let you take it out until you put the pin code in. Eco mode starts in second gear, gives you 500 horse. It detunes everything. If you're riding in the rain, I ride in eco. I really wouldn't ride in the rain at all, but if I do, I put it in eco so I don't be spinning, taking off and stuff like that. All right, turn eco off. What's next? SRT dashboard. This is going to give you all your well, actually this is kind of the same thing, but you got your performance page, shift light chiller. It's kind of putting everything right here for you. You know, if you want to activate launch control, instead of you going to the one specific button, it's got like everything here. Performance pages. Let's see here. How do I get out of here? What the hell? How do I go back? Alright, let's go into performance pages. Like I said, you might have saw this before. You can see the vents are pretty nice. Move them, bang bang, close them here. Like I said, the little parking sensor thing, boop 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 boop. You could turn it off if you want. You could turn this whole screen off if you want. I guess muting the music, hazard lights, launch control. If you press this here, it'll just pop up here. SRT, that bring you to like the SRT pages. Defrost, twist this knob, bang bang, all your regular stuff. You got an outlet here. USBs here. And the auxiliary in there. You can close this. Nice armrest, nice wide armrest. I like the center console better than the GT500s as well. It just looks less commercial grade than the GT500 does. So let's go home. So this is, boom, I just scroll through it, let you see. G-force, timer. So you can add anything to your home screen. Timers, gauges. Click over if you want to look at a specific gauge. You know what I mean? Like this setup, it just looks better than the GT500 to me. I mean, they both nice cars. Obviously, it's a good car if I'm comparing it and thinking about it and all of that. But you know what I mean, I don't use none of this stuff. I just drive the car and have fun. So that's the performance pages. Get back. Driver heat. So when the car is running, you can turn your driver heat on, driver vent. Actually, if I hit climate down here, climate controls, that's everything right there. You can type driver heat, driver cool, heated steering wheel, passenger heat, passenger cool, dimmer mirror. I don't even know what settings do. Access the menu. Oh, that's just the regular settings. Alright. Let's Go back to the dashboard here. Wi-Fi, help, assist, project manager, notifications. But I mean, I don't really do anything with any of this stuff. You connect, whatever. App manager, heated wheel, dimmer mirror, media, climate controls, phone navigation settings, audio settings. So it's got an equalizer. You know what I mean? It's not on right now because the car is not on, but I'll put the bass all the way up. Balance feed, speed adjust, so the faster you go, it'll turn the volume up to adjust for the sound around you. Surround sound is on. Auto play, so when you get in your car, if Pandora is on, when you get in your car, it'll automatically play. This also has the display. You can what voice. How is it? Display. Touchscreen beat, navigation, cluster, voice response, clock, camera, park view backup camera delay, so when you put it in drive after going in reverse, the backup camera stays on for a few seconds. The guidelines is like those little lines in your backup camera to show you like where you going and stuff. Park sense, blind spot alert, hill start assist, so I got that turned on. So if you just happen to go down a real big hill, the car will actually like downshift to a lower gear to help keep your car from just cruising faster and faster and faster. It'll keep your car at the speed you want it. So if you go down a big hill, instead of your car is just rolling faster and faster and faster, and you gotta hit your brakes, it'll go like, like it'll downshift to a lower gear, which will bring your RPMs up, which will keep your car from going faster. It's not nothing crazy, but you know, it helps you maintain control. Mirrors, tilt and reverse. I'm actually gonna turn that on. Headlight switch, you can turn your wipers on. See, this is, and the headlights is automatic too. So matter of fact, you know what, I'm not gonna tilt or reverse. I think I changed that because it was tilting too daggone far, and then I couldn't see other stuff that I wanted to see. That's why I turned it off. Lights, headlight delay, and you turn your car off, they stay on. Headlight illumination on approach, so when you come up, you know, the stuff turn on. Wipers, daytime running lights, flashlights when you lock it. Doors and locks, auto lock on exit. Flash when you lock. I'm gonna turn this horn thing off because every time I lock the door, it go bump. And peep the horn. Sound horn with remote start, that's not needed either. First key does all doors. Settings from key fob. Easy as it seats, the seat to go back all the way and all that, and steering wheel will go up and all that when you turn the car off. That way when you go to get out, everything is out your way. That's automatic. There's a lot of stuff that people don't know about these cars. Like, people don't take the time to really sit down and go over all this stuff. Another thing that I want to mention is, I don't know if I mentioned it on my other review, this is the lumbar support, right? So the lumbar that press up against your back, you can actually make it go in and out and up and down. That's something that was special to me because I can put that lumbar up, down, wherever I need it to be on my back. Then I can go in and out as well. And then this is just your backrest and the bottom of the seat. Normal stuff. Alcantara in the center, heated and cooled, perforated. All right, leather on the sides. Give me that butter love, butter leather. Red seat belts. All right, this is something I didn't have in my regular Hellcat. The red seat belts I didn't have. All right, the Alcantara I didn't have. I had regular leather. Alcantara steering wheel I didn't have. The carbon fiber I didn't have. You know what I mean? I had the Harman Kardon, but like I said, and this has the suede package. So this is suede. The A-pillars are suede, or Alcantara, whatever you want to call it. The mirrors, Alcantara. The headliner, Alcantara suede, whatever they call it, suede, but you know what I mean. Sunroof, I didn't have this in my last one. Sunroof. Alright, normal sunroof stuff. Pop up, slide back, whatever you need. I don't use it that much. What else? Got the metal pedals. I actually got a set of these if anybody's interested. I got them off my Scat Pack. The metal pedals. What else? Got a cup holder space here. Got another little cubby hole here. Think am I missing anything? Oh, we go on the back. Got like a little assist button up there or whatever. We got garage opener right there. I'll let you see the mirror here. Oh yeah, and these pop out and it has the extender. Oh, and the whole thing extends too. And it has this extender here so you can kind of put it how you want it. Sunglass holder or whatever holder. Back doors, sway back here. My kids don't take care of the daggone seats. They be spilling stuff on this thing. I gotta clean these seats off. Red seat belts. Leather on the back. A little bit of plastic here. Let's see. You can see there. Heated seats for the back seats. USB. Air vents. Alright. And like I said, you got the ambient lighting. Right there. A little light right there. I thought it was something down here. Yep, it is. It's right there. Ambient lighting down there that illuminates this part of the door. So at nighttime, you know what I mean, you got that ambient lighting all on the door. GT500 don't have that. See back there. So this seat does, these seats do fold down. You can fold these back seats down. It doesn't have a center armrest though, like this. Doesn't have a center armrest. This doesn't fold down at all. My Scat Pack I think did, but you can, you know what I mean, go ahead and pull both sides down if you need to haul some stuff. For some reason I thought my wide body Scat Pack didn't do that, but that's good to have in case you got like a big TV or you stuck in traffic and you just want to go to sleep. You can go ahead and just lay back there. At least I can. I'm short enough. It'll accommodate me. Alright. I think that's about it, man. Got the suede on the door. You know what I mean? Window buttons. You got speakers here. You got a subwoofer. The subwoofer's on the rear deck lid right there, which I'm not a big fan of because the bass rattles. You know, once you turn it up loud enough, you don't hear the rattle. But yeah, so I think that's it, guys. Your antenna right there, the shark fin. You know what I mean? It's a beautiful car. I had fun with it. You know what I mean? You only live once. You got to enjoy life. These are the sensors for the backup thing there. And the backup camera. So I haven't done much to it because I don't like to do a whole lot of crazy stuff. I like to keep it looking classy. Classic. So that's when I bought this car. This car had every option available. So 21 Charger, Redeye. It had Harman Kardon, sunroof, suede package, navigation, red seat belts, carbon fiber trim. Did I miss anything? Sunroof, suede package, carbon fiber, red seat belts, Harman Kardon, navigation. I believe that was every option you can add to this in 21. And then they came out with the so-called jailbreak, which made you pay money just to add any options to the car. You had to pay like $1,000 some just to add. Oh yeah, the Alcantara seats. That was the other option. So this is fully loaded clip. That was big with all that let the clip breathe stuff. You know what I mean? This is a 50 cent fully loaded clip. And just to give some perspective, I had slim body Scat, wide body Scat, wide body regular Hellcat. Charge, all these are Chargers, 717, and now I got the Redeye 797. And do I regret it? No, I do not. No, I do not. Scat Pack was more than enough. That was what I could afford at the time. It was a point in time where I felt like the Hellcat is out of my reach. I can't afford it. You know what I mean? But the way the stars aligned, the way things worked out for me, me having, my family, my dad, my dad's my best friend and everything, and like I'm in my 30s. You know what I mean? I didn't get all this right away, and this could be a message to the youth as well. Like, it took me time to be able to get stuff like this. This didn't happen overnight. I had to make sacrifices. I had to, do a lot of stuff to get where I'm at, to even get in the position where I can afford this. All legally. So to all the youngsters watching, like, it's not me bragging about what I got. Like, you got to work hard. You got to do what you got to do. This stuff not going to come easy. It's not going to come overnight. Do what you got to do to put yourself in a position to be able to do things like this. If you got to make sacrifices, if you got to stop doing this and doing that and all that, cool. But I'll tell you one thing. I got an awesome mom and a dad. And both of them, stayed on me. Especially my dad, too. Like, listen, man, there's money out here to be made, man. Why you want to, not take advantage of your opportunities and things you could be doing. So having, parents in your life to keep pushing you, even if you act like you don't hear them at the time, that's priceless. You know what I mean? Because when I bought my first Scat, I got it for almost $10K off MSRP back in 2019. And then from there, I traded and got my wide body. And I had a lot of equity because I put a lot of money down and all that because I wanted affordable monthly payments. And then that got totaled and I got paid out, made a little bit more, and wound up getting the Hellcat. I was going to order another Scat. And then my dad was like, hey, I would like to see you in that Hellcat. I'll toss you something. If I toss you something, undisclosed amount, if I toss you something to help out, would that make it doable for you to get that cat instead of another Scat? I was like, yeah, Dad, I should be able to swing that. Yeah, it's still going to be a little bit more, but yeah, if you toss me that, I mean, this is the stuff that people don't tell you, man. I'm not going to sit up here and try to be like, I'm the man, I'm the boss, I did it all on my own. No, I did it with help, and I'm proud of it. I'm proud to have a dad that want to see his son flourish and want to see, whether he living through me or whatever, I don't know. But he gave me the motorcycle I got too. Props to my pops. You know what I mean? I get props where props is due. Ain't no faking over here, baby. Keeping it real is so much easier. Being a genuine person is so much easier. It's nothing to think about. You know what I mean? Nothing to think about, baby. So my pops was like, I'm like, nah, I ain't trying to be car broke, Dad. And he was like, well, listen, if I can toss you this to help out a little bit towards your down payment, would it make your monthly work? I'm like, yeah, I can swing that. Boom, let's do it. And I called up. I wound up ordering it from a dealer out in Michigan because everybody else was talking that flim-flam in the tri-state. Oh, we gonna market it. Nah, listen, I goes with it. I got a video on my YouTube channel. You know what I mean? So that's one thing about me, man. I keep it real, man. And I say that to just to let people know, first of all, everything that glitters not gold. And you don't always know people's real situation. They always make it seem like it's 100%, you know what I mean, this and that. And really, you don't know the whole story. Like, y'all would have never thought, you know what I mean, get my regular Hellcat. And I was able to do that with the help of my father because I'm out here doing the right thing. He wanted to reward me. He wanted to see me get that car. And like I said, back in 2019, that was 2020, the first wide body Charger Hellcat came out, wide body. And I was like, damn, man, that's nice. I ain't gonna be able to afford that, though. That was like unthought of to me. I didn't think I'd ever be able to afford it. And then the way the stars aligned, I put myself in the right position, had good people around me. I was able to get the regular, wide body Hellcat 21. And then pretty much, long story short, I'm like, damn, I'm either going to keep my Hellcat and just mod it to make it faster than the Redeye, or I want to get the Redeye. And then when they said it's the last year we making them, I'm like, yo, I kind of want to get the top dog before they stop making them. So I was going to order a 2023 Redeye, but they was talking 10, 15K over, and then they couldn't, the one place that I finally was going to be like, all right, I'll pay the 10 or 15K over. I'm like, I want Gold Mango, or, oh, we can't order Gold Mango. What? I'm not, what? You tripping? I'm paying over and can't even get the color I want? And I kept calling. They thought the 35K over sticker, this, that. I'm like, man, you know what? I'm going to get ahead of the curve. I'm going to find me a used, low mileage Redeye, right? While everybody worrying about getting the last year, paying all these markups. Ain't nobody checking for these used Johns yet, right? So I'm going to go ahead and snag one of them before all the new ones is gone. And the only thing that's left is the used ones. Then everybody going to be trying to grab those. And then they're going to mark them up because they know that's the only option to get one at that time because they don't sell them new anymore. So I like to get ahead of the curve. Same thing with ammo. Buy your ammo. Don't wait for the election. Once the election season come and all that and COVID coming back and all that, ammo going to be hard to find. You can't get bullets for reasonable prices. Why you gonna wait till then and start complaining that it's expensive? You already know what's gonna happen. History repeated itself how many times? Buy your ammo, people. Get your ammo. Arm yourself. Train. Have fun. Guns are beautiful. I love them. Yeah, so I want to get a good deal. I was actually gonna pay a lot more for. I think it was a 22 Redeye Charger with like 800 miles. Boy wanted like 100 G's. I'm like, oh my goodness. Long story short, I found this one in Florida. This had 3,000 miles. Gold Mango, fully loaded. You know what I mean? 87. You know what I mean? I'm like, that's a lot cheaper. And then when I gave him, my car for a trade-in, he was able to match with the guy that wanted 100 for his. Was gonna give me for my trade-in, which was like, you know what I mean? I think I got like 77 or something like that. So like I said, I was blessed to be able to, because I know these cars hold value. They don't lose value that much, especially if we take care of them. The mileage not too high. So I was able to work my way up the scale without having to come out of pocket an extravagant amount of money to keep my monthly payments low. My monthly payments is not even close to $1,000. It's below that. You know what I mean? Because I was wise with my down payments, my equity, my rolling money into it and all of that stuff. You know what I mean? And this is on a Redeye. And when I bought it, it was Redeye. It had 3,000 miles on it. Still under factory warranty, full warranty and everything. You know what I mean? So, hey man, if you guys got questions, man, I like to motivate the youth for sure too. I don't put enough of those videos on here, but you know what I mean? I just want to throw some little nuggets in there. If you ever thinking like, man, these people that's doing things the wrong way look like they getting all this money and they living life and all that, bro, I'm telling you, it's not worth it. It might look good right now, but in the long run, life is supposed to be a marathon. You're supposed to live till you 80, 90, and die when you old, wrinkled, and decrepit. You're supposed to be living life throughout all them years, having fun, enjoying yourself. You don't want to be out here looking over your back. Streets don't love nobody. You know what I mean? And between the jail and dying and all that, leave that to the people who don't have, unfortunately, people in their lives to school them on what life is really supposed to be about. Life is supposed to be about having fun, enjoying life, living your life, eating good food, taking vacations, buying the things that you like, the things that make you happy, making yourself happy. Nobody got time for beefing. Beefing is a broke man sport. You ain't getting no money, so you won't be all angry out here just beefing with everybody, shooting and all this other. Nobody got time for that. Trying to get money and have fun, live life, baby. Let's go. If you don't have a father figure in your life, whatever I can do to help steer you in the right direction, I can't give you a whole lot of time because I'm real limited with my time. That's why I ain't really been making videos like that. But hopefully, you know what I mean, I can reach somebody. Doing it the right way is the better way. Trust me. Trust me. It may take longer, but you'll appreciate it because you earned it the right way. Nobody can take it from you. When you're doing things the right way, you're not really on the radar of the jack boys and the criminals and all of that stuff. You off the radar. When you're doing dirt, the saying is you do dirt, you get dirt. People don't see you as a good guy. Don't mess with him. Nah, he out here doing him. And we gonna, you know what I mean? It's like, and make wise decisions, man. First line of survival out here is being smart. Like, I'm not getting gas in this car at 2 in the morning in North Philly. That's just a dumb decision. You know what I mean? And arm yourself legally. It's your Second Amendment right. I got a Toyota Camry for my daily. Because daily driving this, I think Knockout 360 had a video on daily driving it. When I was daily driving, when I had my regular Hellcat, I was daily driving it, man. I was spending $50 like every 2-3 days. I was driving like grandma, trying to just sip gas, and it wasn't working. And I'm like, yo, you know what I mean? Now I get in my Camry, 4-cylinder, bang, 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 go everywhere I need to go. Now when I'm ready to, I know traffic is clear. It ain't, it's a time of the day where ain't no traffic. I can just go ahead and let loose and enjoy myself, I'll bring this thing out right here, and I can care less about gas because it's not my daily driver. I'm hitting it. I'm whoop, whoop. I'm having fun. That's my main priority with this car. Have fun, then park it up and use the Camry to do all my running around. So that's kind of, you know, daily driving, man. It was. I'm not gonna complain about gas because we know it's a gas guzzler. But to a certain extent, it's like, all right, this is, you know, I'm saving a lot of money. So, you know, plus you can't drive this car in the snow. You know, I got a truck for that. You know what I mean? You got to set yourself up to be successful, make wise decisions. So, all right, y'all. This is a long video. So, if you watch it to the end, appreciate it. Like, subscribe if you feel like it. I can care less. I don't make no money off this stuff anyway. It's just me giving back to the world because I watch YouTube a lot.